Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Monday, October 28, 2013. Thank you all for tuning in. Let's jump right into the charts here. We'll start off with the S&P 500 E-mini futures, and you'll see that the futures are trading lower by about 1 point to 17.53 per contract. Futures in the overnight session were a little bit higher, but have come in a little bit. So they're only down $1, but nonetheless they are well off the overnight highs, and that should be noted. I'm not sure if we're going to see much of a sell-off or much of a pullback, but definitely markets have come in, and traders should keep note of that. Last night in the overnight markets, we did have some positive movement out of Japan. Japan really soared and roared, and that comes on the back of a weaker yen. We talked about that last week, how important the yen, dollar-yen chart is. But last night, the Nikkei 225 up 2.18%, so that's a big surging move. The Shanghai Composite, not so strong last night. That was only up about, it was flat on the session. So, again, you can't make too much out of that one. This morning in Europe really is lower across the board. Do have the German DAX down about 0.2%. French CAC 40 is down about 0.7%. And the IBEX 35, which is Spain, down about 1%. The FTSE 100, which can print their own money, they are lower by about a little over 0.1%. So not that big a deal, but either way you slice it or dice it, you're looking at a weaker Europe this morning, and that should be noted as well. Now, there are a few things you want to look at this morning in the market. One stock we're going to be watching for a potential gap play will be SOHU.com. SOHU closed, I believe, at $81.41. Today it is trading at $73.95. So a big decline there. Again, we will have levels posted up in the intraday stock trading room at 9 o'clock. So if you want to get into the intraday chat room, you can get all the gap plays at 9 a.m. Looking at another stock this morning is Merck. Merck reported that they missed sales on one of their drugs, Singulair, I believe it is. But either way, stock is rebounding a little bit off the morning lows. The stock closed at 46.56 on Friday. Today it's trading at 45.75. Did trade as low as 45.40. So we'll see where this one winds up. I'll have some levels for this one as well. The big news today will be Apple. Apple is scheduled to report earnings after the closing bell. This morning you could see Apple really just trading in somewhat of a range between 5.30 and 5.27. Right now it's at 528.56. So Apple will report earnings after the closing bell. Another stock the traders are going to be watching is Herbalife. Herbalife is an important name because this is the real battle between Carl Icahn and Bill Ackman, two whales out there. But Herbalife right now trading at 67.30. They will report earnings after the closing bell. I have no idea what the earnings are going to be in this one, but it's going to be interesting to see, interesting to watch, and we'll see how these big market whales such as Carl Icahn and Bill Ackman, how they position themselves off of this news. But that's what we're looking at this morning. Usually on Mondays we get a little bit more of a quieter day. This morning you do have light sweet crude trading down about 18 cents to $97.65 a barrel. If we take a look at the USO, which is a good proxy for oil, you'll see this trading at around $35.21. It closed at $35.32, so basically in line with Friday's close, just a touch lower, just like the light sweet crude price, just a touch lower. If you're looking at gold this morning, generally gold will sell off when the dollar-yen strengthens. Today gold is down just 50 cents, so gold's showing some actual relative strength this morning when you look at gold futures trading at $13.52 per contract, or I should say per ounce. So gold futures are holding up pretty well. Let's take a look at the GLD this morning, and you'll see the GLD really sitting right at 130.47. Not really a big deal here. GLD holding up pretty well, which is a sign of strength if you ask me when you're looking at gold, and you do have a stronger dollar-yen. For those of you wondering about how the dollar-yen looks today, it is up 27 cents, a decent pop there, and you can see dollar-yen, when that strengthens, that generally is good for the Japanese stock market. When dollar-yen strengthens, that will generally be a positive, lately at least, for the U.S. markets, and it will be a negative for gold, but gold seems to be hanging in there pretty well this morning. I believe we're going to have some economic data out today. I believe it's going to be U.S. pending home sales. That'll be released, I think, at 10 o'clock in the morning. So we'll see how that plays out. You'll also have some news out of the Dallas Fed. That will be released at 10:30 a.m. Again, I really don't know what they're going to say in any of these news events. We just care about the market's reaction, and that's what traders should and want to follow. There's also some news that President Obama knew about U.S. intelligence agents eavesdropping on Angela Merkel's mobile telephone. This has been going on, I believe, since 2009, 2010. But I'm not sure it's going to have any bearing on the markets whatsoever. But it is some pretty important news, I guess, to just talk about real quickly. So, in any case, that's what we're looking at the moment. We'll see how this market does play out and shake out. Again, a little bit on the slower side on a Monday. Generally, futures are down about $1 at the moment, so we don't want to make too much out of them. With that said, everybody, I want to wish you all a great trading day, and we'll see you on the charts a little bit later. Take care, everybody.